Om Namah Shivaya. 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 People think that any kind of social welfare work, building bridges and cutting roads and planting trees, they are all karma yoga. Nothing of the kind. They are all charitable works. They have got great value, virtue. They may even go to heaven of Indra due to this great sacrifice they have made towards the welfare of public. But that is not yoga. Because you have done this wonderful work of philanthropy in a field which is not your property. And you have stood already behind the action as a doer thereof. The action did not emanate from your existence. It emanated from the force generated by your hands and feet. It is difficult to understand how you can be present in an action. I can only explain this by an analogy. The waves of the ocean dash with great ferocity one over the other. You can call it an action of the ocean. But the waves are the ocean. The waves are not moving in another outside field external to the ocean. The whole activity of the waves and ripples, etc., is within the very existence of the ocean itself. So existence is action, which is something difficult to hear and understand. Can existence itself be action? The sun is shining. You cannot say the sun is inactive. But the sun does not work with hands and feet, with limbs, instruments, spade and shovel and all that. The very existence of the sun is the greatest of activity taking place in the world. Such tremendous activity is taking place in the very body of the sun that the earth cannot live without that activity. We will simply shiver and perish in 3 days if the sun is not going to be active. We simply glibly say, what is there? Sun is shining. It is not merely that sun shines. He is entering into the very fiber of creation as the very soul thereof. The Veda says, Surya Atma Jagatas Tathvascha. The Surya Bhagavan, he is not standing high above 93 millions of miles away. He is the soul of the entire creation. The presence of the sun can be felt by even the tiniest of an atom, though wrongly you may imagine that there is a distance between the two. There is no such distance. By the way, if your extended self in its larger dimension can become the field of activity, it is karma yoga. What does it mean? You are now 5.5 feet tall, 6 foot tall, 2.5 feet wide. This is all your dimension. Now, can you widen your consciousness to the area of your performance? If you are working in a whole district or a whole state or entire country, let your consciousness spread itself like the waters of the flood or the surging of the ocean entering into the body of the earth. Feel that you are melting yourself and flooding the whole ground. And on that ground where your consciousness is shining as the pure existence is the field of action. And who is doing the action? That itself is doing the action, the consciousness. Because the field of action itself has become consciousness. You yourself are moving within yourself. The mind cannot understand these things as our sense organs are empirically bound and we have a hard core of personality which does not want you even to hear these things. It says you close your mouth, don't talk. You are doing very good work. However, this was the main theme of my first session. Anything that you do can liberate you. No action can bind you. Otherwise, why do you call it yoga of karma? It liberates you because you yourself are moving within yourself. Then I mentioned to you certain psychological aspects of yoga, the general perceptions and the abnormal perceptions. How we come to know that there are things outside by an externalization of consciousness through the sense organs, and how we get emotionally stirred up and then find ourselves bound in a mysterious way, the meaning of which we cannot understand. Now I don't go further along this line because I am here coming for one day in a week. I want to go directly to the subject which is going to free you from turmoil, namely the direct action of meditation. All success in life, whatever it be, is the result of concentration of consciousness. If activity, as to repeat what I said, is outside the consciousness, it cannot yield any fruit. People cry, so much I have done, nobody is grateful to me. I quit this world without even a thanks from people. Why should they thank you? Because you have not done anything. You have only moved your fingers and spread the instruments of action outside, and you stood apart from what you did. Therefore, a person who stands apart from what has been done cannot reach the benefits of that action. Meditation is also an activity of consciousness. You may think that meditation means intensely being conscious of some object. By object, you mean something that is standing in front of you, looking outside you, standing or sitting, etc. You cannot be benefited by anything that is standing outside. It is like the lot of money that is in the Reserve Bank of India. It is there, but what does it matter to you? You are not going to get anything out of it. Even if you are the governor of the Reserve Bank, you cannot touch that money. You are sitting on it, but it is not yours. Likewise is this great object of meditation. It will enamor you, enchant you. So much great, large treasure is there in front of me, but that treasure will elude your grasp because it is not under your control. You cannot control anything in this world because it exists in its own capacity as you exist. You are existing as an individual, the object also existing as an individual. How can it become a part of yourself? Can you become a part of myself or myself become a part of yourself? We are independent totally, and I can go this way, you can go that way. The object will say that. The Upanishad, the Brihadaranyaka, in a great passage of sage Yajnavalkya says, Sarvam tam paradat yaha anyatra atmanaha sarvam veda. Everything will run away from you if you consider that thing as totally outside you.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Sriman Narayana Bhagavan ki jai. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanam Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karamavahai. Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.